Hello and welcome to Trojan Sports Now. I'm Jahmal Kennedy.
And I'm Ryan Renfrow. Stick around as we bring you the latest news and scores from Troy Athletics. Good afternoon, Trojan fans. Let's kick things off by heading out to the gridiron. The Trojan football team kept up its winning ways, handing head coach Neil Brown's alma mater, UMass, a loss on Saturday. Jahmal Kennedy has the highlights.
The Trojans rolled on after an impressive 52-31 victory Saturday at Veterans Memorial Stadium against UMass.
Good team win, 7-1. Still 4-0 in the conference, but 7-1, and finishing up our non-conference slate 3-1 with a close loss to Clemson. So probably about as good as we could expect at this point in our season.
And the Minutemen seemed to live up to their name, scoring 2 touchdowns less than 3 minutes into the game. But the Trojan defense stood tall, giving up only 44 rushing yards and 17 points for the remainder of the contest.
Well, we've done it all year, and that's something that we take pride in. That's always.
We feel like nobody can stop us up front or just the front seven. Nobody can run the ball on us, and we've proven that all year long, and that's just how we feel.
A lot of credit to our inside guys. Our D tackles have done a nice job with that, and we've done a really good job at safety fitting the run.
One freshman wideout would prove to be a big target on the day, someone Coach Brown thinks has the potential to be a star in this league.
They were just giving us the short pass, and we just kind of nickel and dimed it down the field, and they just kept giving it to us. So Coach kept calling the plays, and just kept working for us.
He's a guy I got a lot of confidence in. He's going to be really a big-time player here, and he's going to continue to make plays this season, and then down the road, he's got a chance to be an all-conference type player.
He missed some time for us, but he's got good hands. He's probably got the best hands on the team, actually. He don't drop anything really ever. I don't think maybe one ball I've seen him drop. So he's got some good hands, and he got open today, and I hit him for him.
The Trojans fell behind early on in the first quarter, 14-0, something that they did also against South Alabama. But Coach Brown says he teaches adversity, and overcoming it is what his team has done the last 2 weeks.
When you get into your off-season program, whether it's winter, spring ball, summer, you talk about situations. We went into the mode that I call here we go again. Well, here we go again. Oh, we turn the ball over. Big play, here we go again. I think the growth of our program, the maturity of our program is showing we've come a long way.
Coach Brown says the best way to not pay attention to all the top 25 talk is to keep winning. Jahmal Kennedy, Trojan Sports Now.
The Trojans return to conference play this Saturday, taking on one of the only other undefeated teams in the Sun Belt Conference, as they will play Appalachian State. Kickoff for that game is set for 2:30 in the Vet. And while football season is getting ready to get really interesting, another team is gearing up as men's basketball is back in action. They opened up their 2016-17 year in a positive way last Thursday night with an 84-65 exhibition win over Auburn Montgomery. Jalen Bivens has the highlights from Trojan Arena.
The Trojan men's basketball team kicked off its season with an exhibition match against the AUM Warhawks. Wesley Person led the Trojans in scoring with 18 points, and he says that he is happy to be back out on the court.
Well, first off, I was just glad to get back out there. New season here. New team. We're looking a whole lot better this year. So just to be able to get back out here and back playing, it was a good feeling.
The Trojans found themselves struggling a little bit in the beginning of the second half, but started to get their rhythm back as the game progressed.
Oh, well, as a team, it's our first time coming out of half together, and we have to get better with that, coming out, being ready to play. But we'll be ready for that next week in our home opener. So, just main thing, just being ready to play from the jump, out the second half, and we'll be all right.
Although the Trojans defeated the Warhawks, head coach Phil Cunningham said that there's still room for improvement.
That came out of tonight's game, from a coaching perspective, is just we have to find a way to get our rotation down to where we're not breaking guys from their rhythm. We've got so many players who deserve to play and who can play, and it's just we've got to figure out, timing, how long they stay on the court, who comes in, who plays together well.
Coach Cunningham also said that there's one player that we need to be on the lookout for this season.
B.J. Miller is a guy who I thought really played well tonight, and we're trying to find out, where we can get him in there. We've got to have him on the floor somewhere. He does too many good things, and he showed some signs tonight of how good he can be. Played with poise, played with good mentality there, and he can really shoot the ball. He didn't make any threes tonight.
Jalen Bivens, Trojan Sports Now.
Junior guard Wesley Person opened the game with back-to-back threes for the Trojans, and that's important because Person will carry a streak of 60 consecutive games with a three-pointer into the Trojans' first official game.
The Trojan volleyball team picked up a win on the road on Sunday as the Trojans draw close to the end of the regular season. The Troy volleyball team defeated ULM in 3 sets on Sunday afternoon at Fenton Newman Coliseum. It was the first time the Trojans had defeated a team in 3 sets since September 2nd when they defeated Southern 3-0. Belle Wadrup had her second consecutive double-digit kill match as she had 11 on the day, which led the team. Leah Causey picked up 10 kills and had a team high of .500 hitting percentage. To go along with 48 kills, the Trojans tallied 7 aces in the contest with the Warhawks.
Now changing the sport, but staying on the court, the tennis team down in Jacksonville, Florida. The women's tennis team competed in the UNF Invite, where the Trojans' final tournament of the fall season was held. It was a tough day for the Trojans. In singles play, as Nancy Karaki pulled out the only win for the Trojans, and in doubles, Karaki earned another win, this time alongside teammate Alicia Rodriguez against a duo from North Florida.
And with the women's tennis team in action down in Florida, the men's tennis team also took the court in Birmingham at the CCB Collegiate Invitational. And for the second weekend in a row, the Trojans took home a singles draw. Senior Pablo Marina led the fight for the Trojans with 1 win on Friday, 2 3-set victories on Saturday, and a championship victory against UAB's Christian Coetzee on Sunday.
And on Wednesday, reigning Sunbelt Women's Golfer of the Year, Fatima Fernandez-Cano was named Sunbelt Women's Golfer of the Week. The senior Spaniard tied for second place at last week's Idle Hour Collegiate Championship. And Cano, who shot an even over par in 58 holes, included an under 69 round in the second round.
Still to come on Trojan Sports Now, we'll have a preview of the Trojan football team's big Sun Belt Conference showdown this weekend against App State.
But first, Ryan Renfrow sits down with senior women's basketball guard Clarissa Banks. Stick around for more Trojan Sports Now.